Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 6, entitled as Dhyana Yoga. Sloka 27. praśānta-manasaṁ enaṁ yoginaṁ sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasaṁ brahma-bhūtam akalmaṣam. Having explained how to control the mind in the previous sloka, yato yato nischarati tatastato niyamyatat, by training the mind to bring the focus back to the Atma. Here in this sloka, 27th and 28th sloka, Krishna says, what do we want? What does one get out of doing all these things? Starting from the 10th sloka, Krishna has given many procedures that one should follow. Well, the question is, fine, so what's in it for me by doing all these things? What am I going to get out of it? The phalam, the fruit of this action, these actions. So let's see the word by word meaning first. Yoginaṁ, yogi whose mind concentrated on the self, as explained earlier in previous slokas. Akalmaṣam, freed from all past sinful reaction. śānta-rajasaṁ, is passion pacified, the quality of rajas destroyed. praśānta-manasaṁ, with his mind remaining on the self. brahma-bhūtam, having become aware of his real nature, that is completely free from the delusion that the body is self. It doesn't see himself as the body anymore. enaṁ, to this great person, uttamam sukham, the supreme bliss of experiencing the self, upaiti he, will come. Supreme bliss comes to that yogi who fixes his mind on the soul, whose desires are then destroyed, who becomes devoid of passion, and who finally experiences Atma, is Atma. This sloka has a sequence. We'll see the sequence as we go, but let's understand more on the meaning of this sloka. praśānta-manasaṁ, the manas, the mind which is in peace, complete peace. And this is attained by applying the previous slokas. By practicing those things, one becomes praśānta-manasaṁ. Specifically the previous sloka, because in the previous sloka the terms chanchalam, asthiram has been mentioned, where the mind is free of chanchalam. That is, chanchalam means being unsteady. That means the mind is steady. Asthiram means not being sthiram, which means asthiram means will not remain steady for long time. Sthiram means that is opposite of asthiram, where the mind remains in self for longer time duration. So by applying the previous sloka, this person is free of chanchalam and asthiram. Because of that, is praśānta-manasaṁ, is able to be in peace by having the focus on Atma. Akalmaṣam, kalmaṣam is papam or sins. Akalmaṣam means one who is free from the sins. When the mind wanders, all it does is it start accumulating more karma, more sins. Our eyes start seeing things, our ears start hearing things, our nose starts smelling things. So when these things happen, the senses and the mind wanders to the sense object, what's going to happen is more karma, accumulating more karma. When it wanders, it will do things which are not recommended in the scriptures. The mind should not think like that, but through the senses, when it starts seeing things or hearing things, most of the things are things that are not recommended in Shastra. Therefore, it forces one to accumulate more sins. The existing sins must be removed, and the new sins should not be accumulated. That should be the program. But unfortunately, the existing sin is being experienced. That one cannot do anything with that. One has to experience. And while they're experiencing, the attempts that they are making to avoid the previous karma, they try to accumulate more new karmas. This is the unfortunate situation. Therefore, akalmaṣam means one who is free of sin. That means one has to control their mind from wandering outside. Because as it wanders outside, it is committing sin. It's accumulating sin. So what does need to be done here is one should remove the previous karmas. At the same time, one has to avoid the new karmas. That should be the program for anyone, and specifically for those who have taken up the practice of yoga. So to remove the existing sins, one has to do their nishkama karma yoga. To avoid new karmas, one has to stay away from karma's action, which means one's mind has to be fixed in Atma, not in anything else. By doing so, the previous karmas get finished and the new karmas will not be accumulated. Akalmaṣam, śānta-rajasaṁ. When one is free of sins, the rajoguna and tamoguna will not stay any further. They will go away. One will become sattvaguna, fully sattvaguna. The rajas and tamas are directly proportionate to the raga and dvesha, that is the desire and hatred. So let's understand a little bit more on this one. We got the body due to the anadikala karma, because of our previous karmas, which cannot be traced back. This is the way where the Lord can help us to remove our karma. That is, by providing us the body, physical body made of 5 elements, the Lord is helping us so we can remove our previous karma. Namaste. Hare Krishna.